The football gods owe us one, and they might be about to pay up in the most unexpected way possible. Bears Nation, what I'm about to reveal will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about luck, timing, and the cruel irony of this sport we love so much. Right now, as I'm recording this, there's a situation developing that could flip our entire Week 12 game plan on its head, and the implications are so massive that I had to get this video out immediately. Welcome to Bears News Fan Report, the only place where you get unfiltered Bears truth, real-time updates, and the kind of insider perspective that cuts through all the noise. I'm bringing you the news that matters, the analysis that actually makes sense, and the takes that other channels are too afraid to give you. What you're about to hear over the next several minutes will change how you view our upcoming matchup, our playoff chances, and maybe even this entire season. Let me hit you with some facts that sound too good to be true. We're 7-3. We're leading the NFC North. We just pulled off a last-second thriller against Minnesota that had everyone at Soldier Field losing their minds. This is the Chicago Bears team we've been waiting for, the squad that knows how to finish games, that refuses to fold under pressure. That's finally giving us reasons to believe again. But there's an elephant in the room that nobody wants to address, and I'm not one to sugarcoat reality. Our 7 wins came against teams with a combined record of 19-50-1. Not a single victory over a team with a winning record. 0. We got destroyed by Detroit. 52 points allowed in a game that felt like a nightmare. We couldn't close out Baltimore. We let Minnesota come back on us in Week 1 with a rookie quarterback orchestrating a fourth-quarter comeback. These are the ugly truths that keep me up at night. The reasons why national media keeps dismissing us as frauds who just had an easy schedule. But here's where the story takes a turn that nobody saw coming, and this is the moment that could define our entire season. Week 12. Soldier Field. 6-4 Pittsburgh Steelers coming to town. This was supposed to be our litmus test, our chance to finally beat a quality opponent and silence all the critics who say we can't compete when the competition level rises. The Steelers play that old-school physical smash-mouth football that gives offenses nightmares. They're well-coached, disciplined, and they built their season on making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks. On paper, this matchup had all the makings of a statement game where we'd either prove we belong or get exposed in front of our home crowd. Then Sunday happened. Pittsburgh's beating Cincinnati. Everything's going according to plan for them. And suddenly their starting quarterback goes down. Left wrist injury. He tries to tough it out because that's what legends do. But you could see it on his face. The grimace, the frustration, the realization that something's not right. Fast forward to the injury reports, and Ian Rapoport drops the bomb. Wrist fracture. 50-50 chance he plays against us. 50-50. Let that sink in for a second, because the ramifications are absolutely wild. Now, I need to be crystal clear about something before we go any further. I'm not celebrating injuries. That's not what we do here. I don't care if it's our biggest rival's best player. You never want to see someone get hurt. This is still a human being who works his entire life to play this game at the highest level. But I am a realist, and the reality is this. If Pittsburgh's starting quarterback can't suit up on Sunday, our path to victory just got exponentially easier, and we need to capitalize on that opportunity without hesitation or mercy. Here's the part that makes this situation absolutely dripping with irony, and every single Bears fan over the age of 25 knows exactly what I'm talking about. The quarterback who might miss this game has been our personal nightmare for over a decade. I'm not even going to say his name because you already know who I'm talking about. The guy who Packers fans call the owner whenever they want to twist the knife a little deeper. The future Hall of Famer who's carved up our defense so many times that the highlight reel could be a feature-length film. 25 career games against the Bears. Do you know what his record is? I'll let you guess. It's painful. It's humiliating. It's the kind of statistical dominance that makes you wonder if we're cursed. And now, in what could potentially be his final opportunity to torture us one more time, to come into our house and play spoiler while helping his old team in Green Bay stay in the division race. He might be sitting on the sideline with his wrist in a cast watching Mason Rudolph try to do what he's done to us effortlessly for years. The irony is almost too perfect. The football gods have spent over a decade letting this man destroy our hopes and dreams. And now, when he's playing for a different team and would love nothing more than to add one final Bears victory to his resume, They might actually give us a break. If Rudolph starts, we're looking at a completely different game. He's a capable backup, sure, but there's a Grand Canyon-sized gap between capable and elite. Rudolph doesn't have the arm talent to make every throw. He doesn't have the experience to read disguise coverages the way a veteran can. He doesn't command the same respect from defenses, which means our coordinators can be more aggressive with blitz packages and exotic looks. This is the kind of matchup where our defense should feast, where we should be able to generate pressure, force mistakes, and create the kind of short fields that make life easy for our offense. But here's my concern, and this is where I need Bears Nation to stay locked in and focused. We cannot, under any circumstances, overlook this game. We cannot assume that just because their starting quarterback might be out that this is going to be a cakewalk. The Steelers are still a 6-4 team with a top-tier defense. They're still coached by one of the best in the business. They're still going to come into Soldier Field with a chip on their shoulder, ready to prove they can win with their backup under center. If we come out flat, if we play down to the competition, if we give them any reason to believe they can steal this game, we're going to regret it for the rest of the season. This is our opportunity to get to 8-3 before Thanksgiving. 8-3. Think about what that would mean for this franchise, for this fan base, for the belief that we can actually make noise in the playoffs. But more importantly, think about what comes next. Philadelphia on Black Friday in one of the most hostile environments in football. 2 games against Green Bay in a 3-week span where you know they're going to be gunning for us with everything they've got. A trip to San Francisco to face a 49ers team that's loaded with talent. And a home game against Detroit where the division might be on the line. That's the gauntlet we're about to walk through. And every single win we can bank right now matters. If we beat Pittsburgh, even with their backup quarterback, it counts the same in the standings. Nobody's going to put an asterisk next to that victory. We'll be 8-3 with momentum, with confidence, with proof that we can take care of business at home. And then, when we face those tougher opponents down the stretch, we'll have the cushion of knowing we didn't waste opportunities when they were presented to us. That's how championship teams operate. They don't apologize for their schedule. They don't worry about what critics say. They just win. Period. Dot. So here's what needs to happen on Sunday. Our defense needs to be relentless. If Rudolph's under center, we need to make him uncomfortable from the opening snap. Bring pressure from every angle. Force him into quick decisions. Make him prove he can beat us with his arm. On offense, we need to be efficient, methodical, and opportunistic. Take what the defense gives us. Don't turn the ball over. Control the clock. And most importantly, finish drives with touchdowns, not field goals. This is a game we should win, and I mean that with all due respect to Pittsburgh. But should win doesn't mean anything if we don't. Execute. The next few weeks are going to reveal everything about this Chicago Bears team. Are we contenders who just happen to face an easy early schedule? Or are we pretenders who are about to get exposed when the competition gets real? I'm choosing to believe in this squad. I'm choosing to believe that the close wins, the resilience, the ability to find ways to win ugly games, those are the traits that championship teams possess. But belief has to be backed up by performance. And starting this Sunday, we have our chance to prove all the doubters wrong. Now I want to hear from you, Bear. Are you confident we can handle Pittsburgh even if their backup plays? Do you think we're legitimate contenders or just benefiting from an easy schedule? And how do you feel about potentially avoiding the quarterback who's tortured us for over a decade? Get in the comments right now, because this is the conversation we need to be having. If you want to stay ahead of every single Bears development, every injury update, every strategic breakdown that actually matters, then subscribe to Bears News Fan Report immediately and turn on those notifications. This is where real Bears fans come for real analysis. Share this with everyone you know who bleeds navy and orange. Drop a like if you're fired up, and let's go shock the world. Bear down.